She despised him in her heart. And they brought in the ark of the Lord and set it in its place in the midst of the tabernacle that David had pitched for it. And David offered burnt offerings and peace offerings before the Lord. And as soon as David had made an end of the offering, burnt offerings and peace offerings, he blessed the people in the name of the Lord of hosts. And he dwelt among all the people, even among the whole multitude of Israel, as well as the women as men, to everyone a cake of bread and a good piece of flesh, a flagon of wine. So all the people departed, everyone to his house. Then David returned to bless his household. And Michal, the daughter of Saul, came out to meet David and said, "How glorious was the king of Israel today, who uncovered himself today in the eyes of the handmaids of his servant, as one of vain fellows shamelessly uncovereth himself." Turn to your neighbor and say, "Neighbor, this is the year of return." This is the year of return. This is the year of return. If anyone was like me in 2015, it was a very confusing, tumultuous, and a trying time in 2015. Not only for me personally, but throughout the world. Even the world seemed to be somewhat confused about what was going on in 2015. There were terrorist attacks in Paris that came forth. There was killing of unarmed black men by cops all throughout the country. There was a young man who walked into Charleston during a Bible study, the safest place that you would think would be the whole wide world, and got in and shot up 9 people. You would think that when you looked at Bill Cosby, a man that stood for standard and stature, now being accused by several dozen women of taking date rape drugs. It was so confusing over here that they found out that the young lady that worked at the NAACP in California, who pretended to be black, was actually white. We found out that it was such a confusing year that Caitlyn Jenner won the Woman of the Year award. The irony of that is, you would think that you would have to be a woman for the entire year in order to win Woman of the Year. It was such a confusing year that the country was divided on if the Confederate flag should hang over South Carolina. That people stood around the flag with guns, refusing for anyone to take it down. Only to find out that one courageous young black woman climbed up the flagpole and removed the Confederate flag from its place. If 2015 taught us anything, it's the fact that we are living in confusing times. If 2015 taught us anything, it taught us that we sure do need Jesus. If we never needed him before, we sure do need him now. One thing that we have to understand, in 2015 became the year of entertainment. So much so that we have got now where psychologists and sociologists are saying that we have now created the God of entertainment as now the God of the United States. They've gotten so bold that they have said that God used to run our country, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But now they tell us that we have exchanged gods, and now the God that runs our country is the God of entertainment. Because they tell us that we don't move without entertainment. They tell us unless we move without the pleasure principles, that nobody will get off themselves and actually do anything unless they are moved by the significance of pleasure principles. Entertainment has become such an apex in our society that we really don't even have journalism anymore. We have entertainment in journalism. That any time that somebody wants to read something, it has to be entertaining. We used to read for information, but now we read other people's opinions on what the information is. Because now TV has become entertainment. That even when I turn on Fox News or CNN, it's always somebody, a talking head, giving their opinion on what the news was. Nobody reports news anymore without the level of opinion to entertain us. Entertainment has gotten so crazy that it's gotten even in our politics. That even when we look at our new presidential candidates, you'll find out that it's not the facts that's causing them to win, but it's how entertained we are by the candidates. Any way that you can have Donald Trump leading in a presidential race, we have to be serving the God of entertainment. Nowhere does he ever come up with policy, but he always comes up with entertainment. He says things like, we're going to get rid of every Mexican. Well, how do you plan on getting rid of folk that were naturally born born here or people that went across the border. We're not talking about policy, but people will vote for him. So they're asking about foreign policy. He says we're just going to bomb everybody. Well, how are we going to do that? What's the policy behind that? They say, well, what about the poor? He said, we're going to get a whole lot of people money. Well, how do we plan on doing that? Nobody is asking him policy questions. They just want to be entertained by what he says. And if we keep serving entertainment, we will have leaders that will only entertain and not lead. Oh, that's how to witness to you. Somebody put your hands together and shout glory. Oh, but let's go a little bit further. Even the church has gotten to the point where we entertain folk. And I hate to tell you this, but I cannot entertain you into heaven. That as much as the church has to be impactful, I think we are crossing the line between innovation and entertainment. It's okay to be innovative in church. I like to do things outside of the box. We'll do services for the bikers, and we'll do services for this. But God forbid that we have some kind of service where the hoverboards are coming down the middle of the aisle, where we are dressing and acting like clowns to get people to church. If your motivation for church is entertainment, you're in the wrong spot. I can buy you some movie tickets and let you go watch Star Wars, but we are here to lift up the name of Jesus. And honey, if that don't entertain you, you come to the wrong place. Because as long as you come the right way, our main focus will always be Jesus, not your level of entertainment. And honey, if you can't lift him up, you're in the wrong spot. Because this is a church that believes in lifting up the name of the Lord. In other words, I don't know what you come to do, but I come to lift the name of the Lord. Somebody put your hands together and say, lift him up. You better understand that any time that we are dealing with the God of entertainment, entertainment almost desensitizes us to other people or other things around us. God has a match for us. He is now competing in our lives with entertainment. That's why it's so hard to get folk to church when Empire is on. It is hard to get folk to pray when Scandal is on. Because now God is now competing with entertainment in our lives. Some folk don't come to church today because they measured if I will be pleasured by getting up in the morning, eating breakfast, and going to church. Or would it be more pleasurable if I stay in bed? Many of us, or many of them, have lost out, or God has lost out, so the God of pleasure can be entertained. I wish I had a witness in here. You better understand that any time that we are dealing with entertainment, sociologists tell us this. They did a study not too long ago about some 5- and 6-year-olds. They brought them in a room and they told them this. Down and they asked them the question. They put a big marshmallow in front of them that looked delicious. Kids can't turn down marshmallows, y'all. You know how we was. Give me a marshmallow, I'm eating that thing immediately. And the psychologist said this. They said you can eat the marshmallow now, or I'm going to walk out of the room, and when I come back, I'm going to bring you 2 more. Now it was up for the children to decide if I have delayed gratification or if I absolutely need the gratification right now. So when they walked out of the room, before the door even shut, 85% of the children immediately grabbed the marshmallow and ate it. The man left and came back 15 minutes later. And to all those that didn't eat the marshmallow, he gave them 2 more. Now the children that ate 1 had to sit down and watch the other children eat 3. They realized delayed gratification was better if I could have just waited. This is what God is competing with us. The devil will give you a gratification immediately. When God said, if you just wait a little while longer, I promise I'm going to bless you. So no, you have to have it immediately, and it gets you behind the 8 ball. You got to watch other folk get blessed because you have no self-discipline. If I could talk to the young ladies in here today, ain't no man worth the 1 marshmallow when you can have a husband on the other side. Honey, ain't no man so wonderful that he can get you in the bed and take something from you without the commitment of marriage. Tell that marshmallow I'll wait for the next marshmallow because it's going to be double of what you are. I wish I had a witness in here. Y'all don't want to hear me. You better understand we have to take that that job, the job that forced you to work every Sunday. If you would have just waited, I guarantee you God was going to bless you with a job that was going to pay you double, and you would have every Sunday off. Just because it gratifies you don't mean it's God's will. Sometimes you got to delay the gratification in order to get his blessing. Isn't that what Moses said? Moses said, I'd rather suffer the affliction of the righteous than deal with the pleasure of sin for a season. I wish I had a witness in here. Somebody put your hands together and say, I'm going to wait on it. Because those that wait on the Lord. Oh, I wish I had a witness in here. Somebody put your hands together and shout glory. You better understand that we're dealing with blessings. This year, God told me this. This year, God said that I'm going to dismiss every battle. Because some of y'all in 2015 would have had the opportunity to snatch something. But you were blessed enough to hold off. Said, I'm not going to do it until I hear from God. So 2016 is going to be your year of blessing double. But everything that you gave up in 2015, I waited on the Lord. So I'm going to get double for my trouble. This year, you won't have any battle. The only battle you're going to have this year is only what you're going to allow yourself to battle with. You got to understand this is how it's going to work in 2016. The only battle you're going to fight with is only what you give the devil to fight you with. Don't you know many of our battles oftentimes resonate with the enemy, and the only thing he can attack you with is what you give him to attack you with. That's why when he approached Jesus, he said to Jesus, I found nothing in him, so I had no way to attack him. The only way he attacks is by what you give. If I give him lust, he's going to beat me with lust. If I give him anger, he's going to beat me with anger. If I give him heartache, he's going to beat me with depression. Whatever I give the devil, he's going to beat me with in 2016. That's why I'm telling the devil this year, I'm taking everything back from you. I wish I had a witness. See, some of y'all have been tested already in 2016. It's only been a couple days old, and something has stirred you up already. If it was finances, if it was folk, if it was people, if it was a Facebook, the only thing that the devil was trying to do, he was trying to take from you, because whatever he took, he was going to beat you with the entire year. So I told the devil, I'm going to handle my peace and let the Lord fight my battle. I wish I had a witness in here. And I guarantee you victory shall be mine. Somebody tell the devil I ain't giving you back this year. I wish I had a witness in here. You got to understand that even in the book of Genesis, the scripture says that I'm going to have the ability to crush his head. And it tells the devil, for the rest of your life, you are going to be on the ground, in the dust of the ground. You're going to eat the dust of the ground. The dust is your flesh. So the problem that you have is you keep operating in the flesh. And when you operate in the flesh, you give the devil a legal right to be there. Because the flesh says, the dust says, he's only going to eat the dust of the ground. When my flesh is operating, I give him legal precedence to be there to attack me. But when I operate in the spirit, he has no legal right to come against me. And I have the ability to rebuke when he's coming up. I wish I had a witness in here. Somebody say, rebuke you, devil, because you ain't getting nothing in me this year. Somebody say, rebuke you, Satan, because you ain't getting nothing in me this year. You had my flesh last year, but this year I'm living by the Spirit. You had my temper last year, but this year I'm living by the Spirit. You had my finances last year, but this year I'm living by the Spirit. I wish I had a witness in here. Somebody put your hands together and shout glory. You better understand. And y'all excuse me for just 1 minute. I'm going to have to take and drop off my baby saints for just a moment. And let me talk to my Sunday school folk and my Bible readers. Don't worry, saints. I'm going to pick you up in a minute. But let me talk to my more mature folk. The reason that is because it's the year of return is this. That when I go into the Old Testament, it says this. It says that every seventh day Sabbath, it is for your rest. Every 7 years, it is for your rest. So on the seventh day, I
I rested. On the seventh year, nobody did anything. The scripture says don't plant a vineyard, don't till the ground. The seventh year is your year of rest. It says rest in the seventh year. Nothing shall be able to hurt you because it's your time of rest. Now they tell me when it was the seventh year of the seventh feast, it was the 49th year, 49 going into 50. Now the 49th year was extra special because 7 times 7 equals 49. The 49th going into the 50th is what they call the year of Jubilee. Now the 7th year was a special year. The 49th going into the 50 was an extra special year because what happened in Jubilee was it said that all the servants was free from the masters. It said everybody that sold property, the government would have to give it back to you. Everybody that got something repossessed because you could not afford it, it was given back to you in the year of Jubilee. Everything that you lost was given back in Jubilee. That's why the Israelites love Jubilee because you may experience it only once in your lifetime. It only came once every 49 to 50th year. Everything in Jubilee was given back. It was the return of everything. God would take back his people if they were in bondage or slavery. God would take back the people from there. I'm not preaching over your head, but I'm about to bring it down to your level in just one moment. What happens in the year of Jubilee is the year of return. That if I'm in bondage, God frees me from the bondage. If I'm in debt, God frees me from the debt. If I'm in heartache, God brings joy back to my life. If I'm exhausted, God brings peace and labor back in my life. And you're saying, well, why are you telling me this? Because whether you know it or not, Jubilee started September 2015 and will last until September 2016. We are in the midst of Jubilee. I wish I had a witness. I know y'all ain't got it yet. So let me tell you like this. In the year of Jubilee, everything you lost, you will get back. So everything in 2015 that you lost, you will get back. Some of y'all lost cars. I guarantee you it's coming back. Some of you walked in lack. I guarantee you you're going to prosper. Some of y'all was in bondage. I guarantee you you're going to overcome. Some of y'all had tears. I guarantee you you're going to smile. This is the year of Jubilee. I get everything back. I wish I had a witness in here. I wish I had some spiritual folk that understood that Jubilee is here. And what was Jubilee? It's not Jubilee where we get the word jubilant from. Jubilee was actually a translation to mean trumpet sound. And what was trumpet sound? Trumpet means praise and worship. So when I hear the sound of the trumpet, it signifies Jubilee. That's why if I'm sitting in a dead church and we don't signify Jubilee, Jubilee will not be activated. The trumpet had to blow in order for Jubilee to be activated. And I don't know about you, but I'm about to activate my Jubilee. I kept wondering why it didn't work yet. Honey, I didn't blow the trumpet yet. I kept wondering why I'm still in debt because I didn't blow the trumpet yet. Somebody better pull out your spiritual shofar and blow your trumpet and say, I'm going to activate my Jubilee. I'm going to activate my return. I'm going to activate my miracle. Everything I lost, I guarantee God back to Israel. It's time to bring God back to his church. So David understood that in the year of return that he was going to celebrate. And the scripture said that David began to dance, that David began to shout, that when he came across, he understood that God had returned. Oh my God, I wish I had a witness in here. That God had returned back to the camp. See, he understood that this was the year of return. He understood that everything I lost, I'm going to get it back. See, some of y'all have lost family. It's coming back. Some of y'all been praying that your family gets saved. Honey, it's coming back. The devil has tried to attack your children, your parents, your cousins, and your grandmother. Tell the devil back up. This is the year of return. And whatever I call out on earth shall be bound in heaven. Whatever I loose shall be loosed in heaven. Honey, this is your year of power. This is your year of miracles. I wish I had a witness in here. This is the year of return. That when David from the ark back, let me tell you what happens in return. That when he danced and he saw he was blessed, the Bible said he gave the people a flagon of wine and gave them flesh. In other words, this year you will prosper. This year you're going to get what you didn't even ask for. This year is the house. This year is the car. This year is the miracle. This year is the deliverance. Oh my God. I wish I had some Jubilee saints in here. I wish I had some Jubilee saints in here. Somebody leap for joy. It's on the way. Lord have mercy. But let me tell you what's going to happen when they understand it's your Jubilee year. The enemy gets upset. Michael looked at David and said, how you going to dance and look like a fool? She tried to take away his joy. She said, listen here. You can say what you want to, but I'm going to praise him because it's my year. You ain't got to dumb it down for nobody. But you ain't got to act on blessed for nobody. But I'm blessed and I know it. I'm blessed and I feel it. I'm blessed and I look like it. Honey, I walk blessed. I